Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. The very first night of Oogie Boogie Bash for this Halloween time season officially kicks off this Sunday. So in today's video, we're going to take you all around Disney California Adventure Park to talk about everything that you'll need to know about before attending this event. That means showing you where to find some of the returning characters, treat trail locations, exclusive merchandise, and where the best foods can be found. On top of that, we'll be talking about how to maximize your time during Oogie Boogie Bash 2025. It's all in this video and much, much more, so stay tuned. But before we get started with today's video, guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you guys do enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed, and tap that notification bell to be notified when we do drop a new video. So let's get started.
Now the start of your Oogie Boogie Bash night is actually going to start here at security, or at any point of security. Now they do have a costume guidelines for adults and children, so make sure that you check out the link that we'll have listed here. But if your costume is not within the guideline regulation, they will actually turn you away and have you leave whatever part of your costume is not appropriate to enter the park back to your car. So they do try to give you that offering. But yeah, it's a very family fun area to enjoy. So we want to make sure that we keep the costumes in the same guidelines. So that is the biggest tip to start off the Oogie Boogie Bash night.
Just got off the tram and we got here in front of Disney California Adventure Park. Very excited to talk about tons of Oogie Boogie Bash 2025 tips that you'll need to know. So let's head inside and see what we got going on for today.
Now we have officially made it through the gates, and as we said in our California Adventure video, once you're walking up to Disney California Adventure, you will see that Oogie Boogie is up on the main gate, and he usually has some fun commentary as he's greeting guests in for Oogie Boogie Bash nights. Now throughout the Esplanade, you will see some signage on Oogie Boogie Bash nights letting you know that the park is closing early for a special ticket event. If you do not have an Oogie Boogie Bash ticket, they will kindly escort the rest of the park out for all those guests who are attending. Now, there is a line that's typically blocked off. It's typically the right-hand side gates that are blocked for special event. If you do not have a park reservation or a day ticket for this side of the park for your Oogie Boogie Bash night, the merge-in starts at 3 p.m. The official start time of the event is at 6 p.m. So just keep those times in mind. But yeah, we have so much information that we're going to be loading throughout this video, so let's take you guys along.
And on top of that, when you guys do enter the park during the Oogie Boogie Bash night, you will be greeted with some wristbands, a guide map, also a bag that you can use to collect some candy. So very valuable items. You definitely don't want to lose those, especially the wristbands, because that's going to play an important part, obviously, for your photos, as well as making sure to the cast members who work here that you should be here for the event, which we have more information on that a little bit later on in this video. But let's keep moving.
Now to piggyback a little bit off of what Henry just let you guys know in regards to the map that is handed to you, that map is going to be a different guide than the typical map that you can find here at this location. That one will let you know of all the tree trail locations, character interactions, where you can find special Oogie Boogie Bash merchandise, and what food offerings are available. So make sure you hold on tight to that map. I believe if you ask a cast member, they might be able to provide you with a secondary one, but that one is going to be the key to map out your whole day, literally. Now, in regards to the bag that they give you, in years past, we've only received one little candy bag per bracelet ticket event, but they do allow you to bring in your own candy bag. So that would be our personal tip, just because you can loop the treat trails quite a few times and you can get mounds and mounds of candy. I'm not even joking about that. With that special tip, we also highly recommend that at the entry point, you go and secure yourself a locker. Your locker is going to be your best friend to do candy drop-offs, as well as if you get a little bit hot, because it's still quite hot and sunny here, you can take off your costume, go put it away in the locker. Just having a locker is just a really big pro tip to have, and I think a lot of people tend to forget about that, and they're struggling carrying all these heavy things. So just keep those tips in mind. We still got loads of them for you, so let's keep on going.
Also here on Buena Vista Street at Mortimer's Market, they do have a fuel rod station where you can actually swap out your fuel rod right here. So at the portable charger station. So again, it's a one-time purchase. You can swap it out as many times as you want. And here is the pricing if it wants to work. So I believe it's like, oh wow, it's gone up a little bit. So it's 38, and for two, it's 76. And of course, another big thing to do while you're here for Oogie Boogie Bash is checking out some merchandise. So I'll show you a few of the Halloween items that are available right now. Just made it inside of the store, and here are some of the items for Halloween that are available. If you guys haven't checked out our other videos, we kind of go a little bit more in depth on what is available, but of course we'll be talking a little bit later on in the video of what specific items are going to be here for Oogie Boogie Bash as far as exclusive merch. And of course, there are so many different things that you guys can pick from as far as like normal Halloween time items go. But yeah, quite the selection. And if your little one wants a bubble wand, they do have these new Mickey pumpkin bubble wands that light up and of course shoot plenty of bubbles. But one thing we do like getting is like the light up little lanyards here. We put it on our stroller just to make it a little bit more festive. And if you guys do want like a trick-or-treat pal, they do have those available as well for $19.99. And when I say these stores have loads of merchandise, I mean they have so many cool things that you can pick from, so hopefully this helps. And for those who've asked, if you're coming for Oogie Boogie Bash, they also do have some 70th merchandise still available as well. And I think one of the most hyped up collections for the season is also going to be here. So if you guys are interested in this like really cute Minnie Mouse ghost collection, be sure to check this out. They have so many fun things, including a restock of the really hyped up crew neck sweatshirt. Now, I just finished up inside the stores, but of course there's going to be plenty of Halloween time merchandise you can find all over the resort during your stay for Oogie Boogie Bash. And they announced yesterday, I believe, there's going to be like a new Spear jersey, a new bag, and some ears. Of course, each year they tend to bring some like pins also for Oogie Boogie Bash. So stay tuned for all that merchandise. We should have a like merch hunt video for Oogie Boogie Bash this Sunday to kind of help prepare you guys for what items to expect during those nights. And holy cow, guys, look who has shown up overnight, the Headless Horseman. Another really fun thing to do during Oogie Boogie Bash is coming over here and just seeing this lit up. Even the horse does like a neigh and smoke comes out of its nose. And I also think inside the jack-o'-lantern. But this is so incredible to see during the day, and at night it is definitely something special. Now, we will be making our way back up to Buena Vista Street, but right now there was a Magic Key 70th tote bag release, and we just got called. So we're gonna go back to the Hyperion Theater and pick that up. So we'll show you guys what that entails. It's like for a limited time here at the Disneyland Resort if you guys are Magic Key holders. So let's go see what that's all about. And that pickup redemption can be over here in the backlot area. So let's go pick it up and we'll show you guys what they look like. Now, the line wasn't too bad, but we just picked up our Disneyland 70th Magic Key holder tote here, and it looks incredible. They did such a great job with this one. Some really lovely details. So again, these are valid, one per Magic Key holder with a virtual queue reservation. So again, the dates will be on the bottom if you guys are coming and you are a Magic Key holder. Now back on Buena Vista Street, right across from the waterfall here at Carthay Circle. You guys can see it's been decorated quite spooky. Now during Oogie Boogie Bash nights, this thing will have like a projection show going throughout the night. Really, really fun and colorful. Just one thing to kind of stop and see while you're visiting during that time. And that will pretty much, again, be throughout the entire event. And also in this area right at Carthay Circles, there tends to be like a photo backdrop that you can take with like the tub from Nightmare Before Christmas from Shock, Lock, and Barrel. So a really cool and fun photo backdrop. That will also be kind of available for like normal guests throughout the Halloween time season or on select Oogie Boogie Bash nights if you so want to take a picture with it. Also here at Carthay Circle, be sure to look up. There's also some like spooky pumpkins and other fun things to see. It's just a really magnificent time here on Buena Vista Street during Oogie Boogie Bash.
Now we're just about to walk into the rest of Hollywoodland here. Something that I did want to bring to your attention is that there is 2 parade times for Oogie Boogie Bash parade specifically. Now what we have learned is that it gets very, very busy. So if you're really wanting to watch that, make sure you get to your spot about 30 minutes before the actual parade showtime. Typically what we like to do is we like to go and experience the other tree trials or go see other characters during that time because everybody is so focused on the parade. Everything else is a little bit less. You could also wait for that second showtime. It tends to be a little bit less packed than the first showtime. So just keep those 2 in mind, gauge which one you want to do first or second, and then focus on the other things going on around that time. Now, right here in this area at the Disney Junior Dance Party, last year they had Dr. Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb introduced, and he was so funny with his little bubble blasters. I believe he's coming around a second time, so if he is going to be at the Oogie Boogie Bash event, you can locate him here. At the beginning, he was very popular, very busy, but then towards the end of the season, it was a little bit not as busy of an interaction, so just keep that in mind. I think he was great. He was really funny, so come and check him out.
Now moving further inside Hollywoodland, another place here at the resort that's going to be carrying the Oogie Boogie Bash 2025 merchandise is here at Gone Hollywood. And right now you can see they do have quite the selection as far as like Halloween time goodies that are available. So pretty much everything you're seeing in the rest of the resort they have here. But yes, this is going to be another location where you'll be able to get the Oogie Boogie Bash 2025 merchandise.
Now right behind me is the Animation Academy, and that's typically where Oogie Boogie does his takeover for his meet and greet. How can you come to Oogie Boogie Bash and not meet him is my question. I think he's one of the greatest characters. He has the greatest interaction. He even does the little jump scares. I'm not gonna lie, he scared us a time or two. He's really funny and very witty, I should say. Now in the beginning of the event, his line will wrap around like all Hollywoodland. If you tend to wait like maybe 2-3 hours into the event, it tends to lessen up a lot more, so just keep that tip in mind.
Now it's time to make our way a little bit further inside Hollywood Studios. Now here inside this backlot area is typically where you can find Hades for Oogie Boogie Bash. And my gosh, he has such a cool experience. And being able to see him for the first time last year was really awesome. So this is going to be that back area. I'm pretty sure he has been confirmed as returning. I know Corella was here in years past, but she was awesome as well. But this is where you're going to find Hades. And don't forget, right across from where Hades will be at for Oogie Boogie Bash, make sure you jump on the Monsters Inc. ride, as it is leaving early next year and will be gone for good. So if you guys want to experience that one more time and you're coming to Oogie Boogie Bash, be sure to check it out.
One of my favorite things to do at Oogie Boogie Bash is always get one of their signature cocktails over at Hollywood Lounge. Now, you obviously have to be over the age of 21. They typically have some exclusive ones that you can only get while you're attending Oogie Boogie Bash night. Some of them even come with some really cool glow cubes, but they tend to sell out really quick. Mobile order is going to be your best friend. If you know you're attending Oogie Boogie Bash night, sometimes they allow the reservations to open up early in the morning with park reservations for later in the day. Sometimes they wait till the event actually kicks off, so just be on standby, always checking the mobile order. With that being said, there is also going to be an exclusive Mayor Sipper that you can only purchase if you are attending Oogie Boogie Bash. So I know that's one that we definitely have to get our hands on. It looks really, really cool. And as I said, make sure you use your mobile order.
And right across from the Hollywood Lounge area is where you're going to be able to take a picture with Judge Doom, or at least his treat trail. Pretty sure it's a treat trail. Yeah, there's going to be some candy given out here. So typically he was found by the Soar and Ride, but this year he's going to be in this back area where you could find the Sanderson sisters. And I mean, does that mean they're not coming? If anyone knows, please drop that down in the comment section below. But this is where you can find Judge Doom. Just wrapping it up now, inside Hollywood Studios, we do have something to talk about by the Hyperion Theater.
Now we're going to be talking about a character interaction you can find back here at the Hyperion Theater, or outside of it, I should say. Right now the Magic Key area is happening, so we don't want to, take y'all in there in that mess. But we did want to point out that that's typically where you can find Ernesto de la Cruz. He does have a really long queue that you go through because he is one of the tree trails, at least he has been in years past. He's really funny. He's a smooth talker. He does not hold back, and he has some really good comebacks that I've heard plenty of times. I think he should be one of the priorities on your list to come and see. Most people don't really care for him, but I think he's a great character interaction for Oogie Boogie Bash. So if he is on your list, you can find him right here by the Hyperion Theater.
Now it's time to head inside Avengers Campus to talk about yet another character that should be here for Oogie Boogie Bash. Also, before we make our way over to that character area, we did want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. They typically have a turnover for the Halloween time season for Monsters After Dark. Now that does kick off August 22nd, so I'm not too sure if the first night of Oogie Boogie Bash is going to be able to experience that, but we did want to bring that up. Here inside Avengers Campus, sorry guys, I did have to isolate my voice as it is so loud in this area. They are working on the construction for the expansion of Avengers Campus, so that walkway to Cars Land is closed, so definitely remember that on your stay. But right over in this area is where you can typically meet Agatha. So usually it's Doctor Strange during the day, but this is where that tree trail can be found for her.
Now we are back here towards the end of Buena Vista Street, right across from the Grizzly waterfall. That's why it's so loud over here, so I do apologize. Now in this back area there is a little cove, and that's usually where you can find Madam Mim. I don't know if they're actually having her return this year. I don't see any announcement of that, but if you are a huge fan of Madam Mim, you can find her right here in this area.
Now, as we move a little bit further inside Disney California Adventure Park, I did want to say that some of the characters and locations can vary. So again, just because they've been there in years prior doesn't mean they're always going to be in the same spot this time around. Some of them can be, but again, more confirmation is going to be closer to the event. So pretty much stay tuned on Disney Park and Disneyland's Instagram page as they'll have more announcements, but this is definitely like a fun tips and tricks video to help you kind of better prepare for where some of these areas are going to be at. But I think now we're actually going to be making our way inside Cars Land as there's some very exciting stuff over there.
So we have just entered into Cars Land. Now some really fun tips and tricks that you can do while you're here if you are bringing some little ones is go find your favorite Cars character. Most of them do have a costume. Lightning McQueen typically looks like a superhero, Mater is a vampire, Cruz has been a pirate, and they bring out Big Red and he looks like a clown. I highly recommend going and seeing Big Red. He is my favorite. And of course, while you're in this area, you have to ride the Mater's Jamboree. It's so much fun, especially with the Halloween turnover music. There's so much to do in this little area, and it's just so much fun. Now, if you didn't know, California Adventure Park does have a nursery for young babies and toddlers. You can find it located behind Sarge and behind Ghirardelli. It's kind of tucked in there. They are open during these special ticket events, so if your little one needs a quieter spot, you need to do a feeding or a diaper change, just know that they are open during these special ticket events.
Now also during Oogie Boogie Bash, there is so much to see and do, not only seeing the characters like Nicole pointed out, but there are so many fun like photo opportunities, and just seeing the lights at night is so fantastic. So be sure to stop on by here in Cars Land and see what it's all about.
Now we are making our way further into Cars Land. We are on the side of Flo's Diner here. Now we did want to point out they're one of few that have exclusive food offerings for Oogie Boogie Bash. I believe Award Wieners is also going to be on that list. If you're coming for the very first Oogie Boogie Bash, I believe you guys are beating the Halloween opening date, so those would be your only Halloween time food offerings to enjoy. If you're coming after the 22nd, then you should have the official kickoff foods. So just keep that in mind. It's honestly our favorite thing to do is to try the exclusive foods. They're delicious. If I could recommend those chicken tenders that they offer, definitely add them to your list because they're fantastic. Now right behind me is the other side of the virtual queue area for the Cars line. Now this tends to turn over into a tree trail, and this one doesn't have a character. You can loop this quite a few times actually, and the nice thing about these tree trails is they don't just offer candy. Sometimes they have some fruit, graham crackers, goldfish, so there's other things other than just candy. So I think that's also a really cool tip.
Now inside San Francisco, this is typically where you can find Yokai for his little treat trail. So if you guys are wanting to see him, and if he's here for this year, this is where he's going to be. Just made it over here to Pixar Pier. There are a few characters we wanted to talk about that are going to potentially be out that we've seen in years past. So over here by the Midway Mania, right under the Pixar Pier sign on the Incredicoaster, is typically where you'll find Lotso. He is so fun and stuffy. Unfortunately, he doesn't really smell like strawberries though. And then you move a little bit more further inside, kind of next to Bing Bong's, there's Sid, which is also a really fun meet and greet. Again, not too sure if he's confirmed again for this year, but just wanted to kind of bring that up if you guys are heading over to the Pixar Pier during Oogie Boogie Bash.
Now on top of those characters, here are a couple more for you. It was introduced or leaked that there is going to be a new villain. We believe that it's going to be Syndrome, and if I had to guess a location for him, I would think he'd be by the Incredicoaster. However, there's no definite location on where he's at, but I think he's a wonderful villain addition. I'm sure he's going to be pretty quirky. And right here on the pier area is typically where they have the Kingdom Hearts characters if they're coming back, which is like Mickey, Goofy, and Donald in their Kingdom Heart attire. I have never been able to meet them because their line is so long no matter what time of the event. So if they are your favorite characters and you absolutely have to meet them, make sure you reserve your time in the line as soon as you can, and I hope you get that interaction.
Also in this back area in Paradise Gardens Park, there's a few things to also note. There is a photo backdrop right by the Golden Zephyr. Also, sometimes for Oogie Boogie Bash, we'll get noted if there's going to be a Magic Key souvenir that they pass out. So in years past, we've gotten like a popcorn bag. We've gotten some prints, I do believe. So those can typically be found at the Silly Symphony swings. But again, stay tuned on the channel. We'll let you know if anything gets announced as far as like Magic Key keepsakes. But yeah, that's pretty much what's happening here in this back area. Just on our way over to Grizzly Peak, but we wanted to show you guys right outside the aerial ride, they will have a merchandising booth for Oogie Boogie Bash. So this is another area where you can buy some merchandise on top of like Five and Dime and Gone Hollywood. So be sure to check it out over here if you guys are coming. Made it inside Grizzly Peak, and we did want to talk about the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. For Oogie Boogie Bash, this typically turns around to the Villains Grove, and it is a sight to see. Really nice projections and lights, so definitely check this out while you're coming. Just wrapping it up here at Grizzly Peak, but another treat trail and character meet and greet is typically back here. So if I'm not mistaken, I think this year Maleficent will be returning. I could have sworn they had some stuff out earlier on in the week, but it doesn't look like it at this time. But definitely come over here and check it out, as you can meet a fun character during Oogie Boogie Bash. So we're gonna end the video right here. If you guys have any tips for Oogie Boogie Bash or these nighttime events, feel free to drop it in the comment section below to help some other people out. As far as Oogie Boogie Bash goes though, I do think it's one of the events that are totally worth it. You definitely get a lot of time here at the parks. You get to see some amazing characters and some low wait times on rides, and of course, the pounds and pounds of candy that you actually get to take home is insane. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed, and tap that notification bell to be notified when we do drop a new video. And like we always say, may you always have a magical adventure. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.